My name is
Yo,
Jason Lowry.
you?
I'm here with my co-host Eric B, E Wells, Wolfenstein, New York Mike, and myself.
Hey, what's
How
up,
are you guys
everybody?
doing tonight?
Yo, what's up, everybody?
So
What's
far,
going
so good,
on?
man. How about you, good?
Not bad, dude. Just getting back from the convention, tired as hell. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
We just got back a few hours ago, and then we started recording. So
good deal. Doesn't look like anybody brought back any con crud, so that's a good thing. That's a positive.
I don't know
The
about that.
coronavirus.
I don't. There's plenty of Coronas, but I don't know about that. So, but yeah. So we're basically here, just getting on for the first time, talking with everybody, just kind of giving shout outs, that sort of thing. It's going to be a little bit different than what people are used to. We've been kind of sitting in the back burner, kind of had this brainstorming sessions and everything going on to try to start this whole thing. And I'm glad to be on here with these guys and start this going. So,
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
So, welcome, everyone, to the Nerds Have Spoken podcast. Got your boy Jason over here heading up the show. He's leading us up. So, just Jason, why don't you go ahead and give us a couple of intros, let the people know a little bit about yourself.
yeah, man, my name's Jason Lowry. You guys can find me on the Facebook page and stuff like that. And pretty much you can find me on Instagram, everything. And you can find me at all the conventions, Roma Collectors, all that. And, basically I'm married to Bethany. She's also on the Total Package podcast. Those girls are killing it, by the way. So it's definitely doing a good job with that. And I'm very proud of her for that. So it's pretty. Yeah, man.
Yeah, doing a great job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Round of
man.
applause for them.
Yeah, no doubt. Congratulations to them, man. They're killing it. They're doing great right now. So,
Mike,
Doing what y'all doing.
dating this stuff over here, right?
yep. All right, how about you, E Wells?
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's time to nerd up or shut up. It's your boy Wells out here.
I like it.
I'm residing from Long Island, New York, and I'm just excited to join this great cast of nerds here. And I'm good, man. I'm feeling great. It's just a new day. Weather's nice. Not too nice.
Yes.
A little cold out in New York. But I'm doing all right, man. I'm doing good. Yes, sir. My man Wolf, what's up, man?
What's going on? Eric Von Wolfenstein here, live from Pittsburgh, 412. Good to be here. Glad to get it started with all you gentlemen. Gonna do good things.
Yeah, man.
New York Mike, where you at, bud?
I'm in New York. I'm nowhere specific online because I'll let everyone know now I'm definitely not a digital computer guy. I mean, you guys know that. It took me
We figured that out.
Yeah. That's why the name of our first podcast is, how the hell do I do this?
Or Facebook, or I don't have any of that stuff really. So I'm not really too social media. But if you come by the cons, the local cons, you'll see me there. You usually see me at TFCon. Don't know about this year, but we'll see what happens. And just, talking to my friends. That's what I do. I hang out.
Indeed.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
Welcome. And that will leave me. I'm Eric B, also known as Eric and Siobhan in the Facebook group, since many people know I share a profile with my wife, which is a running joke. But yeah, man, we're out here doing big things in the sickle cell community. My youngest daughter has sickle cell disease, and we have our own sickle cell disease foundation called Community Village, where we are trying to bridge the gap between sickle cell research and care. You can also find me on Twitter. Actually, I'm on Instagram, but our foundation is on Twitter. You can find me on Instagram where I do toy photography. And you can catch me around at some of the local cons, but also at some of the national cons with these guys and a couple other friends. Just chopping it up, man, having a good time and loving this thing we call nerdum.
Yes, sir. Nerdvana.
Yeah, man.
Nerdvana.
Yeah, man. It's definitely this whole process has definitely been interesting. What do you guys think? Trying to get advice from people and just trying to set this whole thing up. I mean, obviously, it's I've talked to a lot of people about how that even their process of setting the whole thing up, there's always been little trials and tribulations, but all of our friends that encouraged us and pushed us along and helped us, it's been phenomenal so far, and we thank all of them.
Yeah, shout out to the Friday night guys on the Realm of Collectors podcast and Masterpiece Shit Piece guys. Those guys have helped out tremendously in the background, helped us to get this thing off the ground. Shout out to every one of the castmates here who put in work to try to get this going. Also, shout out to Darius. He's not here and unfortunately won't be with us moving forward due to some health complications, but he helped us with the logo design and everything, and that doesn't go overlooked. So thank you very much for that. But yeah, man, it's been fun. It's been a process, but like anything, it's work. If it's worth it, it's going to be work, and it's going to be hard work. So we put in the hard work for several weeks behind the scenes. Everyone brainstorming, everybody putting in the time to try to get this thing off the ground. And what we promised to bring to the people is something different, and I think we're going to pull that off.
Yeah, man, indeed.
Well said.
Well said. Behind that all the way.
So a lot of you guys went to a particular con over the weekend, huh?
Yeah, man, we went to Zolocon this weekend.
Yeah, we missed you, buddy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I couldn't make it out there, but I hope to see you guys pretty soon.
Yeah, that's all good. But we represented out there, Eric. Of course, well, we couldn't see you either, but we definitely held it down, and we had a great time there at Zolocon in PA.
Yeah, I will hopefully be at NJCC in the spring. So
nice, man.
Nice.
That's a good show too to go to. That's where a lot of us met up for the first time. With the Roman collectors and everything.
Special one in my heart for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. I'll be there in the Force Ghost. So.
I'll Photoshop you. Don't tempt me.
Yeah, you're gonna get photoshopped. I'm sure both of y'all gonna get photoshopped.
Yep.
I mean, New Jersey is definitely not close to any of y'all, but it's definitely a good meetup when we all get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like a stone's throw for most of you guys, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta have a good arm, but yeah.
I mean, I think it's what, like probably like 4 hours, give or take, for me. I don't know about the other guys.
Chicago for us here.
Yeah.
What about you?
About 2 hours, less than that.
2 hours.
Nice. Not too bad. It's not too bad.
It was all about was fun, man. We definitely a lot of people showed up, man. I mean, the event was pretty big. That's my first time there. So I rode with Energon Addict and Jose and Eric. We all carpooled there. It was definitely a fun ride there with the fellas. Everybody rode with the windows down because some people want to pack gas here and there. But
oh no!
No, stop. Those guys?
Yeah. The ride, we probably got there maybe like 2.5, maybe 2:20.
Nice.
To get there, so it wasn't too bad. But it was like I said, my first time there. Zolocon was very eventful. There's a lot of people there, a lot of vendors. There's upstairs and the downstairs, and we definitely did a nice walk around, and there was a lot of people to buy from, a lot of different vendors, man. It was great.
Yo, I saw some of those pictures you guys posted. That ambiance was pretty dope too. What was that, like mostly black lights or purple lighting and everything?
It looked like it was kind of darkened. I'm not gonna lie. First walked in, I was like, "What is going on? You about to see the porno open here?"
Yeah, dude. They had the screen.
But once you get past that, it was pretty cool. The lighting was decent. It was definitely dark, but the purple lights was definitely hot.
So what you're saying?
Yeah, it looked really cool.
Like dropped right in. It felt right at home, huh?
Yeah.
It had its pluses and its minuses. As good as that light looked, I'll tell you though, it was hard to see some of the stuff on the tables.
It was
hard to see some of the stuff behind.
Mm-hmm.
So it might have been a little rough for the vendors. I was looking like I was 90 years old, and I had my little droid light. I'm looking at one table like that. But it was a good show though.
Yeah, lighting was a little dark, but other than that, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. It was just the actual venue. I'm trying to remember. It was actually used. It was an old venue from NASA. It was kind of interesting what they used. It was what was the what did they call it? You guys remember what it was?
What it was called? The place?
Yeah, like the inside. When they did all the testing for the G forces.
I don't remember what it's called.
I can't remember the name of it by chance, but so we went in there, and you walk in and you go up like a flight of steps, and you get in there, and then you walk in this big giant room. And you see the arm extending out with the big giant ball at the end of it that they use to spin around. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head, but so yeah, you walk in there and you see this, and you're just like, what the hell am I getting into?
Mm-hmm.
And then you see like all these vendors just set up all around on the inside, all the way around everywhere. And it was a pretty fun experience. Like you had that level, you had all the stuff, and then you had to walk up some rickety ass steps to go up to the second floor. Like if you had more than 2 or 3 people, that whole thing was swaying. Like it was bad. Yeah. But you got to the top, and you actually got to see some of the old computer equipment, like all inside the rooms, the control rooms and stuff.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
They
then,
had a war game.
yeah, dude. It was pretty fun. And then the second floor you got up there, and there was a whole other set of vendors all the way up there just sitting there selling as well. And I think the second floor to me seemed like it had less light than the first floor.
The second floor, yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like it was less light on the first, but I mean, you might be right.
Mhm.
It's funny you said that because there was less light, but it was like a different color light. So I kind of thought
Maybe
Yeah.
that's true. It wasn't a purple light upstairs.
You kind of had the vibe like you were going upstairs. It was like, walking into an office and you open up the door and it's like a casting couch. Like you didn't know what to expect,
Yikes.
No, it was a good show though. It was fun. A lot of cool vendors.
I mean, hey, there was a rough ratio yesterday for a casting couch. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know about that, right?
Although Supergirl was looking pretty good, but
Yeah, Monica Toulé. Yeah, she's a pretty good cosplayer. Like she's phenomenal. She does a lot of good work with some local people down here as well. And I actually got her autograph yesterday. Bethany and I did.
Oh, did you? Oh, nice.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
in
man.
your hall.
Oh, is that what that picture was?
Yeah, she was Batwoman, and then she was also Supergirl. Like she was dressed up as Supergirl and everything. And yeah, she was very nice.
How much did they charge you for the autograph?
Dude, they were like $5 a piece. They were. That was the cheapest I ever. Yeah.
Wow.
She was very sweet, so shout out to her. She's on Instagram. You can find her. She does great work.
Her name out one more time?
It's Monica Toulé, and I can actually post a link if we want to when we go to upload to YouTube. So
Definitely.
Yeah, it's perfect.
hey Jay, was that a Batwoman or was that a Batgirl?
I'm pretty sure I have to go back and look. It might have been Batgirl. I'm sorry if I did that.
I didn't see the red hair. I mean either way.
I'm pretty sure I have to go back. I mean, I'll show the pictures up here in a little bit or something. But,
Yeah, I don't remember seeing the red hair either, so I'm not sure if it was back up.
Yeah.
Speaking of calls from the con, man, what did some of you guys get? Lowry, what did you get?
Oh man, well I ended up getting the 80s Batman. I'm sorry, 80s He-Man figures, He-Man and Skeletor from Super 7. They actually had those there. I was actually pretty shocked, and I wanted those. So
Oh wow.
I grabbed that. I grabbed Moon Knight from Nick the Toy Guy. Shout out to him. He
he was there?
yeah, man, he was upstairs. He's always a good dude to get stuff from, and so he was there.
Okay, nice.
And then
Which more nights again? The white one or black?
I did the all white when he hooked me up. So, and then what else did I get? I got my second Mythic Legion figure, but I'm buy two and done type of dude when it comes to stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
I don't know about that.
Okay.
I know they definitely
Yeah.
they're definitely addicting. I'll tell you that. So
Yeah, man. I don't know. I haven't bought one yet because I'm scared.
yeah, don't. That's all I can
I
say.
haven't gotten any either.
Like it was kind of funny that I bought my first one. Where was it at? Was it Toy-Con or something like that? And man, you should have seen the look on everybody's faces. They were like, "We got you sucked in." And I'm like, "No, you didn't." So
Yeah, I think,
Yeah, man.
A few people bought their first Mythic Legends there, so I don't know what's going to happen moving forward.
hmm yeah, so it was a pretty good haul. Liked it. So definitely enjoyed it. So yeah, man. What about you, Mike? What'd you end up getting?
Me? One or two things.
All right, let me rephrase that. What didn't you get?
That man went grocery shopping.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I went a little crazy, and not only that, it was just the way things timed out. Just everything kind of came in the last like week and a half. So I've ordered things throughout the year, and everything just kind of showed up. So I'm not going to show everything because it's ridiculous. But I've got a whole bunch of Marvel Legends. I'll show you some of the bigger ones I got. I picked up my Ghost Rider, my Cosmic Ghost Rider. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Oh, I saw
Oh,
that.
that looks
cool.
good.
So, yeah, I was going to
Looking
get
forward
that.
to that.
I love Grand Castle, so I'm definitely going to get that.
I got Squirrel Girl.
World girl.
You got this
Oh,
one,
I was trying to find her. I didn't see her at all.
I didn't see her though either.
Mike,
Where'd you
is
find
Mike-
her? Downstairs or upstairs?
Well, some of the stuff is mixed in. I didn't get. I did see a Squirrel Girl there, but I didn't get everything at the con. Let me just do the stuff I got at the con, not the stuff that I actually got yesterday. I got. Let's see. Courtesy of a rock swap meetup, picked up my
Nice.
Takara Hound.
Oh, be careful with that.
I've been told that. I might actually get rid of it. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it.
Nice.
yet.
It's a good figure. Just watch a video, Mike. That's all.
Watch the hinges.
Yeah.
T-Man's video is probably the best one to watch.
I heard Bobby was successful. He didn't break anything.
No.
Oh, he gave me an earful about that thing, but I'll be careful with it. Got this guy here. Really like this figure a lot.
Nice.
Oh, Ace Milo's favorite toy.
Oh yeah, dude.
I thought this was Ace Milo's favorite toy.
Oh.
Let's see. I got this guy also. This guy looks fantastic.
Yeah,
that's a great one.
Yeah, dude.
I love that one.
yet, but yeah, it looks good.
I just transformed that yesterday back into car mode for the third time. That thing is fun.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's my second one. I got one in the box and one in the shelf, and I might actually do two different modes depending on depending on how the master plan works out.
Nice.
But I picked this guy up.
Ooh, nice.
Oh, the repaint, nice.
It looks really good.
Very
I put it
nice.
right next to the other one, and it looks fantastic.
For the listeners who are listening, what he got was Sovereign from Vans Toys, Goose,
Yep.
Jabber, which is Blur. Goose is what, Slingshot, I think.
Mhm.
No, Goose is
Arrows.
Skydive.
Yeah, Skydive, yeah.
Okay, and then you also got
Hound.
Hound. I got Hound from Takara.
Damn, dude.
What else did I miss here? Hound from Takara, Goose. I got Spoiler and Jabber.
Yeah.
And this is Endgame from Make Toys.
Nice.
Nice.
This was actually a really pleasant surprise because
Mhm.
I was hearing nightmare stories about QC issues and whatnot, and maybe I got lucky. I mean, I didn't transform it yet, so we'll see what happens there. But I messed with it. I posed it a couple different times. I didn't seem to appear to have any, QC problems. So
I thought
I'm
that was just
excited
the
about
yellow
that.
one that was doing
It was the yellow one that had it because I had Endgame. I had one of the first ones that were out, and I never had any issues, and haven't really seen too
Yeah, I
many
wasn't
people that
hearing
had that. Yeah.
No, I actually did. I have one QC issue that seems to be consistent in maybe the second batch, but the left hip, if you look at the figure and you're looking at his left hip, that hip skirt, that hip flat doesn't stay in all the way. So I had to glue mine in, but other than that, it's not a problem. I mean, the head pops off when you transform it, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
yeah, a couple guys are saying they had trouble with the G2 Starscream also.
Yeah.
I've got a G2 Starscream. I haven't opened it yet, so I don't know if I have QC issues.
Don't.
Don't wait too long, man. Yeah, open that up quick.
Yeah.
If need be.
I
That
will.
warranty runs out.
What's that?
That warranty runs out.
Okay, check it out fast, man.
Yeah, man. So, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mike.
That's all right. I got
A whole store.
Yes.
SH
Nice.
Fig Arts
Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. I found most of them.
Nice.
Most of the ones I wanted anyway.
There you go.
Nice.
I need to find. I still got to find a Blue Ranger.
Nice.
So,
Those
I
are
got
fun
these
figures,
from,
man.
I got these from Nick, the toy guy. Most of them.
Nice.
Nice.
And I actually ordered my Warpath yesterday from him too, so I can't wait for that. Fans Toys Warpath.
Oh yeah, That's gonna be nice.
Yo, so Mike, do you know if he had any more of those Power
Yes.
Rangers? He
Oh,
does.
Power Rangers? No, Power Rangers. He actually had these for a long time, and I've been eyeing them up probably for, I want to say, like over a year and a half. And he just kept on bringing them to show after show after show, and I finally pulled the trigger on them. So I think he's out, but I mean, he might. I don't know. Maybe they just weren't at that show.
So what's the retail on the Power Rangers?
Retail, I couldn't tell you. They're all discontinued for the most part. He gave me a really good deal. Like he hooked me up.
Nice,
I
nice.
bought a bunch of stuff from him, and he did well by me. I spent money with him, but he's a good dude. He's not trying to gouge anybody. He's not trying to hurt nobody. He definitely takes care of the community for sure.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite vendors out there.
Yeah, I've worked with him before. He's great.
This is another one I got from him, and I almost had to fight JD for this.
Oh, that Bane from
Wow,
Storm
nice.
Yeah, Storm Collectibles and Justice Bane. It's kind of hard to do with the plastic film on it, the lighting and everything, but it's a gorgeous figure. The detail's insane.
Yeah, detail is nice on
I got Mortal Kombat Sector.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, and I'm not going to bore you guys with much more stuff. I only got a couple more things here. I'm a big Dragon Quest fan. I got the Bring Arts Dragon Quest figures. These actually came in the mail 2 days ago.
Nice.
that. Very nice.
I don't know if you guys play Dragon Quest. If you don't, you should. It's a great game.
Man, we could just do a haul video just for on the YouTube just for Mike.
I told you guys, that's the show today.
I also got the last wave of the Filmation Super 7 figures. So I got Katrina here.
Nice.
Unfortunately, this will be the final wave until further notice of the Filmation figures. This is the
Rubato, nice.
Rubato. Prince Adam. Right there. Modulok.
Nice.
And Stratos. And
Nice,
my
nice.
favorite, I got 2 of these because I think she's going to be worth $2.
Oh, Shadow Weaver. Oh yeah, dude.
Shadow Weaver. Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice.
So, yeah, man, and that's pretty much it. I also got the Love Triangle X-Men wave, which is great with the Jean Grey. I got the Colossus Juggernaut 2-pack. Got a whole bunch of Marvel Legends, all 3 cuckoos. Both the new waves came out, the Fantastic Four wave and the Spider-Man wave.
The Fantastic Four wave is dope, though.
Hell yeah!
Dr. Doom.
Yeah,
is
Doom.
amazing.
That Doom figure, yeah.
Oh my
Good.
god.
I got 3 of them.
That's a good figure, man.
Yeah,
Three.
a
Yeah,
nice
I ran.
case for that to look real good on there, man. Oh my god.
That's it. That's it.
So Mike, quick question, Mike. So did you like roll up in like a 24-foot U-Haul truck or like how did you oh that's the boat.
That's the funny part. I drive a 2-door hatchback Scion TC, so when I'm going home, it's like
Damn, dude.
everywhere.
Don't make any quick turns. You'll be all right.
What he
Nobody
didn't tell y'all is he's
Right?
opening up a toy store pretty soon.
Mhm.
I got bins like you don't even know.
Got a toy store in the house, man. Complete toy store.
So how did you
Yeah,
guys?
I picked up a few things too, guys. I'm just gonna run through it real quick.
Hold on, I'm sorry. My fault. One more thing. I forgot about this. This one came. I'm actually the most excited about this. This just came.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Ooh, Professor X, very nice.
This is from the Iron Studios Battle Diorama series. I don't know how well you guys can see
Really?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and angle the camera down a little bit so you get better.
Nice.
Nice, dude. That looks good.
Ooh, that's sweet.
Oh yeah,
That's the one where they all interconnect and make like a big scene, right?
Yes, the Sentinel is with it's got Cyclops and Wolverine and Rogue and Beast and Jubilee, and it looks fantastic. I'm very much looking forward to that. And now I swear to God, I'm done. Ian, go. Sorry.
Nah, it's okay. I kind of want to talk about that now. I can't even say anything that's better than that right now. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Maybe we should have gone with Ian first and then Mike just to follow.
It's a tough act to follow.
You just had to throw that in there, right? Anyway.
Oh, by the way.
So I picked up Iron Man Mark 7 from Comic Cave. It's actually the first one. I've definitely been playing with it so far, but like, got some issues, but it's nice. I definitely like it so far. It's definitely, I think it's like 70%. What's that? Die cast metal.
Yeah, man.
75%. And it's pretty heavy, man. Definitely a solid figure. I like it a lot so far.
Wait till you see their Hulk Buster.
Oh,
Yeah, that whole buster is.
I got that big boy. He's huge.
Oh, right up here, huh?
Nice.
I got that from Eric though. Eric hooked me up, gave me a nice price. Pick up a couple of Marvel Legends. Got a Fantastic Four set I got.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
And picked up my 80th anniversary Hulk green one.
Ooh.
Oh,
Nice.
We're looking for that.
Yeah, Mike. We were talking about that Saturday too. We were all running around looking for it.
This joint, I got a good deal on it too, because this thing is going for like over $1 and some change right now. So I got a good deal on it. Pretty good.
Oh, did you get that?
look at that.
Huh? Yeah.
You
Got
got it
it
the front?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're the one who bought one before I got there, I bet. Someone told me some guy just came up and bought one.
Probably. This is actually the one thing I was looking for when I got there, so I definitely picked that up quickly.
Nice.
And got hold on a second. Got a thing real quick. I got mine as well.
Ooh.
Nice.
Man, one got that OG sovereign. I see.
Man, Edit John Addy hooked me up with that though, so that was like I didn't buy that at the show. He hooked me up with it.
Nice.
At the Rock
Nice.
Swap.
Rock swap, yeah. And that's it, man. Those little quick things I wanted to pick up, and I got them all.
Yeah, man. Nice. Good stuff. It looked like
Nice
you guys
sauce.
had a good time, man. Y'all picked up a lot of good stuff. Was there anything in particular at the show you guys want to highlight? Any particular vendors that you were surprised to see there that you didn't think you were going to see?
No, I wouldn't say I was surprised. I mean, I was surprised that the Mythic Legends Legion was like the first ones there. As soon as we walked in, their table was right there.
Mhm.
It was like, wow, all right, you guys got a premium spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
here they
I wouldn't say there's anything surprising to me, no.
No, it seemed like it was a lot of the vendors that's similar that I've seen at like NJCC, like when we've gone there. I've seen quite a few of those guys that were there.
Yeah.
Nick's there. He goes to NJCC and stuff like that. So that kind of, I wasn't really surprised. It was more like the whole layout of the whole thing. I mean, it literally walked in. It looked like a 50s sci-fi movie when you walked in, like shit hanging from the ceiling and stuff. So it was pretty fun. Like they had like curtains that went all the way around, and they actually played movies. And the movies were sitting there playing. They had like clips. I don't know if you guys remember. They were playing clips and movies and stuff up on the wall and everything.
Yeah, I remember that, man. They had a big like movie screen.
Mm-hmm.
On one of the floors. That was pretty sick. They're just playing the movies. I wasn't really paying attention to them too much though, honestly, but I did see them playing.
Yeah. Cool.
The interesting thing about this con, I think, to Eric, as far as you saying anything different or about this one is, it's a circular layout.
Mm-hmm.
So usually when you go to any show that I've been to, anyway, it's a grid. You go up and down the aisles, and you're able to find stuff. Here, you got to kind of be aware of what you're at, because you just kind of follow that outer rim and you don't realize where you are, and you kind of lose track of where you're at, and you got to kind of backtrack whatever to find stuff. But it's not that big that it's difficult. It's just different. It's cool. It's a good idea.
Well, it was kind of funny, like turn around when you were there. Like you first start at the beginning by the Mythic Legions table when you first walk in, and then you start to the right, and there's an outer ring and an inner ring. And you start at the outer ring, and you start looking around. You start, talking with whoever for a couple minutes, and you're looking around, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh man, I'm already right back where I started. Okay, let's go to the inner ring and do that one." And then you just kept going round and round, and it was interesting a way of how it was set up and going to a convention, because, like Mike was saying, like, dude, I figure out where the grid is, and I beeline to something immediately that I want to try to look for, and then after that, I'll just kind of rummage around, see what I could find. But you couldn't do that really at first here, so.
Yeah, fair enough. So did you guys, when you went to this con, a lot of time when we go, we're looking for this one hot piece, a specific piece. So did anybody find any grail pieces?
Any what pieces?
Grail pieces.
Oh, Holy Grail pieces?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No.
Right. Cool.
Yeah, we actually got some photos here that I'm going to share that Mr. Wells just had sent to me, so we can go ahead and upload these. So let me get this going.
Yeah, just snap a few photos. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so Zolocon, 2020. We're sitting here. That there's pictures of like the Mythic Legion table, and you can kind of start to see where we were talking about. It was like a '50s layout, like it was all like sci-fi and everything. It was kind of cool looking.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. You see all the spears from the top.
This is what we were talking about here.
That's a G-Force test machine.
Yep.
And
Then you got people dressed up as Ghostbusters. There was one guy there that he was a really good Doctor Strange. Did you guys see him? Like, he was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Look at these guys.
Mm-hmm.
That guy.
Who's the dude mean mugging in the background, just like staring at people? You see that?
I was for a minute. I thought that was Chris Bryant for a minute. Bring him the dollars.
He had that look like New York Mike bought one of his toys he wanted. So. So here we are, continue on, just rummaging. And you can see up top, you can see where the arm is and everything that we were talking about. It was pretty cool just walking in there seeing that.
That is wild, man.
I guess Russ is making a wish. I don't know. But this is what we were talking about. There was an outer ring and an inner ring, and this was like the outer ring you were walking around.
Okay.
And you can kind of see like people were kind of set up on the outside, had some stuff set up, and there are people over here set up on the inside. And then this was just the outer ring by itself, and then there was another ring on the inside of it. You can kind of see.
What is that, soap?
Yeah, is that so?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing that, to be honest. Like, it was off to the side. I didn't remember seeing it.
Yeah, we actually standing right in front of that soap thing, just talking that in a way. But yeah, she was selling soap.
That was
Get rid of
soap.
that con
Okay.
funk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a damn good idea if you think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say that. It is.
Yeah.
You can see
it. The Comic-Con, like people in there looking up that place, boy.
Jeez.
Actually,
You
the BO was kind of down a little bit at that show, to be honest. Like,
I didn't smell anything crazy. It didn't smell like, body odor to me there. Not like New Jersey Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah, dude. You can see Miss Anna back there, like, kind of walking around. Some random people, kids look like they're disappointed. I don't know.
So Jay, is that the steps that you were talking about to the left?
Yeah, dude, these steps were rickety as hell. Like, it's like, it was funny. So, like, what was it? There was a guy that made me and Eric look small put together, right? And we were sitting there. This guy was walking down the steps, and I was like, "There's no way I'm going up those steps the same time that dude is." Like, like Bethany's like, "Maybe we should wait a minute." And like, it was bad. Like, we were sitting there, and Bethany's
no smoke.
no, dude. It was pretty funny. Like, but the stairs weren't very wide. I mean, you had to walk side by side going up the steps with people. They were only like, I don't know, 3.5 foot wide, but they were like aluminum and wood. So they were, I don't think they were permanent structures. So.
Okay.
It's like a one-way tunnel. There should have been a traffic light on either end, letting the traffic go one way or the other. It was really narrow.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Here's someone.
Pop Nation.
Oh no.
You guys into pops? I can't do pops, man. Like,
I'm out of that game.
The only one I got is Jordan when he was on the Bulls and when he was in Carolina, but that's it.
Okay. Yeah, you're a huge Jordan fan. I can see that being picked up.
That's interesting. I wonder what that Kobe one's going for now.
Yeah, dude.
Right. That's true. I'm sure a lot. That's crazy. You're worth more dead, yo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, crazy.
True. I mean, I'm not trying to.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
Oh man, in this one picture, you can see this guy going up the steps by himself sideways. I mean, that's how thin those steps were.
Listen, I was holding on to that rail for dear life walking up.
Yeah, but the rail would, like, anytime you were holding on to the rail, that thing would shake even worse. Like, anytime you were like holding on to it.
I mean, at least I had something to hold on to. God forbid it went down.
I was telling Bethany, I was like, if this thing goes down, I'm gonna jump up and grab onto the gravity feed up there for that thing. Screw that.
What you guys also gotta think about is the fact that people took stuff up there to sell, yo. So imagine what that was like.
They actually had a big freight elevator they could go up, that they could do that. So that wasn't
That
too
makes
bad.
sense.
Yo, look at the gang right there.
Mm-hmm.
The crew.
We got Vinny out of the corner, but I couldn't get him in.
Yeah, he looked like he was like creeper style over there trying to
Wait a
sneak
minute.
in real quick.
How do you not get Skinny Vinny in the shot? Skinny Vinny.
That's right. These kind of popped in at the last second.
Oh.
Yeah. There was quite a few photos like that this weekend with a bunch of people. So
Yeah.
oh, this was a special one.
Yeah.
Because Chan, her favorite thing was Kermit the Frog, and Grimm's over here from
Oh,
the
that is Grimm's. Okay.
Yeah, that's Grimm's. Like, she was dressed up as Kermit the Frog when she rolled up, and we all lost it. It was
Shout out
great.
to the Total Package podcast.
Yeah, man.
He's doing good things.
Shout out.
Absolutely. Ladies doing
JD
it.
has to borrow that costume later.
I told her, I was like, we should make one for JD or something. Oh, here we are. Here we go. Some of the guys wheeling and dealing. You got Dust Mites over here, JD and Jose.
Yeah, shout out to Jose, man. Kind of got back into the game on this one, man. He picked up some comics, I think, at this one.
Yeah, we're talking about this, so let me get into the comics again. So, that's all on my list, man. Let me know if we need any comic covers and stuff like that. I got plenty of them. I'm trying to reorganize my whole comic thing, so I'm getting there.
That's what's up, man. So it sounds like you guys had a fantastic time there, man.
Yeah.
Well, one of the fun things though was going to lunch and then going to dinner that night. The other guys weren't there, but that was fun too. But like the lunch, man, like the waitresses, shout out to them at that restaurant. What was the name of that restaurant? Like
House, I think it was.
Yeah, House. It was like a tap house. It was like a bar restaurant. It was pretty good food. I had like shrimp tacos, stuff like that. They were pretty good. You kind of felt bad for the waitresses because we had a table of like 30 some people, that showed up, and then out of nowhere there was like crowds of people, like tables of 8 that just kept showing up, and there was only 2 of them working that day.
Mm-hmm.
So they got hit pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, we were the first people there. There was nobody there when we walked in.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Made some good money, at least.
A lot of trouble right now.
Yep.
It was that way at Toy-Con, too, at Buffalo Wild Wings. We scared the hell out of those waitresses, man. It was like 35 of us in at the same time.
When they came handing you your bill, their hands were shaking.
Yeah.
Like, take it easy. There's only 30 people here.
We're just terrified we're going to actually check.
So Mike, New York Mike, what was your highlights from the show?
I mean, honestly, it's kind of the same as it always is. I mean, yeah, the toys are great, and I love shopping for toys, as you can see. But I can press buttons on my phone and get that shit sent right to my house, man.
Yeah,
it was seeing you, it was seeing Ian, it was seeing the rest of the guys for the first time this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of how we kick it off, and I remember last year that's how we kicked it off, and last year was a great year for me. So a lot of meetups. I saw everybody multiple times, and that's what I'm all about. We're all pretty far away, as close as we are geographically. We're still a trip, and it's just nice to get to chill with everybody for sure.
Yeah,
man. That's what's up.
I agree on that, man. That's definitely my highlights is the same as well. It's just linking up with everyone and just talking what we like to talk about. It's just toys and everything that's going on new with Marvel and DC and movies coming out. It's just all those conversations that we have individually, collectively. The meetups at lunch are always great. You walk around and talk with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It's always good when you have some new blood that comes in. Some people that don't normally come out.
Yeah.
And you see them again, and it's good just to build that rapport with everybody.
Speaking of new blood, man, Von Wolfenstein, you were just recently the new blood, NJCC, right? Was your first time meeting up?
Yeah, last spring show last year. Yeah, that was mine.
First time I met him.
Right. How's that for you, man? How's that event for you?
It was good. I was a little terrified. I'm not gonna lie. Just a lot to take in, a lot of people there. But Dust pulled me aside. I gotta give a shout out to Dust. Pulled me aside. He just said, "Listen, you're welcome here. It's a good vibe. You know, you're gonna do fine. He pulled me aside, and made me feel really good. You know, I gotta give him a shout out for that. I'll never forget that.
That's what's up, man.
Absolutely.
Um,
I think that's the same thing for me too. When I first went to NJCC, no, actually, no, NJCC wasn't the first time I met Dust. Man, I can't remember the con that I met him at, but he definitely made me feel comfortable.
Yep.
And told me, listen, if you're really interested in this and this is what you're into, this is the right place to be at. He made me feel comfortable. So definitely shout out to Dust real quick.
Yeah, man, it was definitely a similar situation with me. Like the first time I actually met them in person, I believe was Charlotte at TFCon years ago. That was the first time I met him and some of the original members, and just pulled you aside, with open arms, and everything's been great ever since,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah, man. If you've never hung out, you've never hung out, you got to come. You won't regret it. You'll never forget it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Who doesn't want to be around people that love the same thing you love? You know what I mean? Talk about the same stuff.
That's a good point, E.
It was great, man. So that's it in itself make you feel comfortable, So
Oh, yeah.
Looking at first.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Mike?
I was saying, I think that's one of the great things about this community. I think I can't speak for all you guys, but I'm pretty sure that most of us have got a story where, we were the outsider looking in, and somebody came up and just basically said, hey, this is us. This is what we're all about. You are welcome. Come on in. You're a like-minded individual, and that's all we care about. We don't care about anything else. As long as you're into this, then you can hang with us. And you just build relationships from there on out. And if other people weren't like that to me, I know I wouldn't know any of you. I mean, I'm sure we all got a pretty good story. That might be a good segment one day, how we got into, the community.
Yeah,
man.
Indeed.
Absolutely.
Book it.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
man, definitely.
Absolutely. So, guys, we just had a couple of good sporting events pass not too long ago. We got some coming up. So shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs for winning the Super Bowl.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
First in 50 years, is that what it was?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
1969.
69, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right after the Jets, right?
That's when there wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't necessarily a Super Bowl. It was like the NFC AFC championship game at that time, which I can say my Lions actually have one of those. Thank you very much. But hey, man, I gotta stand on something, man. I gotta stand on something.
They were.
See, at least you're not a Steelers fan living in a Washington area, so.
Yeah.
That's gotta be tough.
Especially when your whole family are Redskins fans, so.
Really? Wow.
Oof.
It definitely gets interesting that time, football season, so.
I mean, what do Redskins fans really have to throw at a Steelers fan right now? I mean, you gotta win that conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you gotta admit though, like those are some of the most diehard fans I've ever met of like any fan whatsoever, and
man.
it's crazy.
Deluxe.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man. And also shout out to Patrick Mahomes, man, for winning the MVP there. That's pretty big, dude. What is this? Third year in the league?
Yep.
No,
Well deserved.
The third or second?
I think this is his third year because he
Pretty
won
sure
the
third.
MVP last year.
Third year.
Yeah.
And that dude has a MVP of the league. He has a Super Bowl MVP. He's one of the youngest to do it. I mean, this kid's lights out.
Yeah, man. And the thing is, he's going to keep going, man. And I don't think this will be his last Super Bowl. I think he's got it.
Uh-oh. Mike's like, I don't know.
No.
We'll see.
He'll be here for a while, man. Most definitely.
Yeah, I have to.
With the NFL, man, it's your second season that you drop off because now the teams have tape on you.
Mhm.
So after that, if you can continue to rise, chances are you're going to have a good career there.
Mhm.
So I feel you.
Absolutely. He could play for another 10 plus years, man. I mean,
Yeah.
23, 24 or something like that.
That 24, I believe that's what they said. Yeah. But man, after watching that game, man, that was a roller coaster of a game. I tell you what.
Yeah, it was, man. I mean, I don't think anybody. I mean, well, if you watch Kansas City, you know that that's how they play. They're comeback teams.
Mhm.
Like they have come back in the fourth quarter so many times.
Yep.
So it's like watching San Francisco early. They did their thing. You're still sitting back like, all right, Mahomes, I'm waiting. Let's go. Oh, no, we took it. All right, let's go. All right, go. We get it now. All right.
Yep. Yep.
So it was surprising, but not surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he did the thing, 2 touchdowns, he had 2 interceptions, but he threw for over 200 yards and
Yep.
he was great doing it, man. He was comfortable at all times and he played like a champ.
Yeah, man. What were you gonna say, Mike?
I was going to say, I think a lot of people missed the real story with the Super Bowl, in my opinion. You know, me being, NFC East and, on the East Coast my whole life, Giant fan. I mean, Andy Reid was the bane of my existence for a really long time. And that's, I mean, I can't tell you. I was rooting for that man to win the Super Bowl for the last 2 years, ever since he went to KC. I think he deserves it more than anybody on that team, personally.
Yeah, that's the one thing from his resume,
Yeah, very, very storied coach in the NFL, very well loved and well liked by most of his players. You don't hear too many bad stories about a player's interaction with him, man. So shout out to the Kansas City Chiefs, shout out to Andy Reid and also Patrick Mahomes. And then you also got to give their defense credit too, man. They came up when it counted.
Yeah.
So shout out to the defense as well. I mean, you thought that this was going to be a good defensive game for San Francisco, and on paper, it actually was. It wasn't too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But they came back and did their things, man. So, again, shout out to those guys.
I can't hear a word Eric B is saying right now.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I mean, we can hear you fine.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, Wolf, you might have to drop out and come back in. We'll get you back in here. Just so
Yeah, man.
Sometimes StreamYard does that.
Yeah, every once in a while it happens. Yeah, I can hear everybody just fine.
Maybe you're just tired.
The wolf is tired.
Yeah, man. So, in other sports news, we also have some little MLB action. I know a lot of people are getting anxious to see baseball come back. Typically, not just because the game is kind of fun to watch and play, but that means that the warm weather is to follow. So, but you got Mookie Betts, man, from Boston, got traded to the Dodgers of all teams. They coming, man. They coming.
Who's coming? Dodgers?
The Dodgers, man. I mean, they were just in the playoffs in the World Series not too long ago, man. Like year before last.
Yeah.
Who did they lose to?
And the year before that, and the year before that.
Yeah.
The year before that. Oh, the year before that.
Wait a minute. Hey, they're the new Yankees. I keep telling people they are the new Yankees.
I mean, they went to New York at one point, right?
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Stealing the Yankees and bringing them out there, trying to make them the Yankees one at a time, but it never works out.
Listen, I only say that.
The Yankees. Thank you very much.
Listen, no, I don't
Here
want
we
no
go.
smoke. I like the Yankees, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
the way that the Yankees kind of, quote unquote, bought championships over them years is the same philosophy that the Dodgers are taking. When you got that type of money, dude, you can spend it. You get what I'm saying?
You're right.
So, and I'm not hating. If we had the money, I would hope my team would do the same thing.
Right. Yeah, I agree with 100%. If you got
You know
the
what I
money,
mean?
why not?
If you got it.
You know what the
spend
one
it.
thing though? You know what the one thing the Yankees aren't though?
What's that?
Oh.
They haven't been watching. All right, it hasn't been done.
Hey, I'm with you, but it's so far the Dodgers haven't either. So they coming. I think they're coming, man. Especially adding a hitter like Mookie Betts, who has pop, has speed. I mean, I don't know. When you add a player like that to your team, man, it's only good things for you.
Yeah, speed is definitely essential. Stealing bases and all kind of stuff. Yeah.
And you know the Red Sox, man. Those guys are analytics type teams. You know, statistics and analytics. So them taking back Alex Verdugo, or Verdugo actually, it's probably really smart on their end because I'm sure they know what they're doing with that young guy.
Is Kershaw still on the team?
Is who still on the team?
Is Kershaw still in LA?
Yes.
Yeah, that's all right. He doesn't play baseball in October, so they're still not.
Oh, damn.
Mike throwing shots.
And that's sad because that's when you want to play baseball in
Hey,
October.
man. Hey, to all our LA listeners, that was Mike's opinion.
Yep.
From
That
New
was
York,
Mike's shot.
New York York Mike.
Exactly. New York Mike feels that way about you LA Dodgers. So if you got any hate mail, you send it directly to him.
That's right. They can't get in touch with me. I'm not on anything.
The Decepticon has spoken.
But man, hey, somebody brought up cheating, man. The Houston Astros were like the first team to get punished in this sign stealing scandal. It's been crazy to see that because I remember us not too long ago, and most of us around the same age, the steroids era, right? So everybody kind of seen that, but baseball was still exciting, and now you're seeing teams try to steal signs to make baseball, offense at least more exciting again, and get these hits and get an edge. But this is crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
Yeah, that's true. But this is how it's working right now, man. It's all these everything's coming out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I feel like there's so much more going on that we don't even know about yet.
Right, exactly.
It's trying to come to the light with a bunch of different teams.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of just waiting.
Astros are just the first. I think there's going to be more teams out there, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm right now we're focused on this particular team, but I feel like other teams have either done it and it just hasn't come to light yet. No one's been caught. You know what I mean? So it's just a matter of time for something else happening to somebody else, man.
Yeah, man.
That's all it is. It's sad that it happens, but I don't think that's the only team that's done it.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was having this conversation actually a couple weeks ago with a bunch of guys, and it's a culture thing. It's more of a culture thing than anything else. And I'm going to draw a parallel to the NFL because I'm more familiar with the NFL situation than MLB. You can take this Houston situation and apply it to the New England Patriots. Okay, you've got the Patriots, you've got Bill Belichick, you've got an organization that they're the best at what they do because they try to find that competitive edge and exploit it and take advantage of it as much as possible. Bill Belichick's been doing this for 2 decades.
Yeah.
There's more. No one has more coaches that's been promoted underneath them than Bill Belichick as far as coordinators go, going in positions of power into other organizations around the country. That said, those people were all educated by Bill Belichick. So all of those things that Bill Belichick was finding, they know about, and they bring that culture over to their other team.
Oh, okay.
We were able to draw, I think it was 18 different parallels to 18 different teams from coaching staff that had been under Bill Belichick that went to other places. And you know that these practices are in place there too. They're just, no one's talking about it because they're happening behind closed doors.
Hey, man, so we have...
Again,
No, I think you're onto something there, man, because when you think about it, we over here in Detroit got 2 big guys from you guys. We got Brady Quinn, and we also have Matt Patricia, who is the defensive coach over there. So
hold on. You said you guys. Giants. We beat those guys. All right.
Fair enough.
Let me get that out straight right now.
Oh man.
Let me make sure my 2 fingers are working. Hold on.
Which 2 fingers? Hold on. What?
Listen, I'm from Detroit. I love the Lions, but I'm a diehard Patriot fan. So let's raise 6.
What?
That's your boy.
Oh, wow.
Let's raise 6. TB12 all day, baby. TB12 all day. Let's go, Brady. Ever since Brady got there, because I'm a Michigan guy. I went to University of Michigan. I've always been a Michigan athletics fan. So once he got out of there, and I was hoping he got drafted, I just didn't know he was going to go Mr. Irrelevant there. But once he got drafted there, I was like, let's see what that kid can do. And ever since then, I've been a fan of the Patriots.
He's done amazing, man. So just
when they play,
that's it.
Right, but when they play my Lions, I want them to lose because the Lions are still the home team. Even though it doesn't always go that way. But what I was saying was that we got Matt Patricia and we got Quinn hoping that culture would matriculate down, and it hasn't at all. We're still one of the worst teams in the NFL. There's still a bunch of chat in the locker room of how they don't like these guys, and it's nuts. But when you see, like you were saying before, other teams that have bought into that culture, they're winning. So It's a catch-22, man. But I just wanted to throw that out there that the Lions suck and they continue to suck. And we got two of those guys, and we need to ship those back. I'll take a washing machine and a towel rack for them guys at this point.
Oh.
I gotta give him credit, though. He did beat Belichick last year. He got 2 years ago now. When he saw Belichick that week 2, week 3, he embarrassed him.
Whoop-dee-doo. And they still didn't do anything. They didn't even go to the playoffs.
Right.
But they beat the Patriots, woohoo, who also went on to win the Super Bowl.
Oh man.
That's when Tom got his number 6. He didn't care. He got ring number 6.
Yep,
so
yep.
That wasn't meant
That's
nothing.
what matters. That's what matters at the end of the day.
Right.
How many rings you got?
Raise that chip at the end of the year, baby. That's it. That's
So you
it,
think he's
man.
back? You think he's back for another season or what?
As a Los Angeles Charger, that's what I think.
You think so?
You think so?
Yeah.
Can I hear
Not
why
bringing
you
Philip
think
Rivers
that?
back.
You think
Yeah,
Stafford's
I'ma
going
tell
to
you. No.
No,
You
talking about
were
Brady.
asking about Tom Brady, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about
So-
Tom Brady.
Oh.
Tom Brady is going to get lowballed by the Patriots. I think he's going to take that as a sign of disrespect. He's not going to train a young guy, and Philip Rivers is out in L.A. The L.A. Chargers came from San Diego, where Brady is from. I think he goes to the Chargers.
Mm.
I can kind of see that.
Mm.
It makes
I
sense
don't know.
from that standpoint. The only thing I'll say is that I don't think Tom Brady is going to go to a team that isn't ready to win with the defense. I think that if he goes to LA, I think he's just going to be spinning his wheels. And I don't know that he's going to tarnish his legacy by going to a franchise like that. I mean,
Yeah.
Tom Brady's great.
Ah.
He's absolutely great, and he's amazing. But there's one thing that everybody seems to overlook with all of Tom Brady's winning seasons. The man always has at least, and this is low, a top 10 defense. Usually they're top 5.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
Tom Brady's a great player and all that. I just think that he's a product of Bill Belichick and a product of the system. And I know that I just pissed off everybody on both sides of the country. So
That's what we're supposed to do, right?
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. So, well, let me ask you this then. Why are you so certain that he's going just for football?
I think that if he wasn't just going for football, then he would just enjoy his life. The man's got more money than God, and his wife's got more than he does. So I don't understand why he would go to an organization where he didn't think that he could be successful. You know, I don't know that he's trying to uplift anybody else and just go there for the benefit of another team. I mean, I think he's going to go there for the benefit of himself and his family.
Yeah.
And
Exactly.
That's my point.
That's
So
what it is.
you brought up his wife, you brought up his family. What's out in LA?
there's a lot out in LA.
There's fashion, there's culture for his wife. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get
And
it.
he's
That's
from
the point.
California. If
Oh,
he's from
yeah.
there, why not retire back home? He's only going to play one more year.
I didn't say he wasn't going to retire. I'm just saying that why would you play football if you can make just as much money, if not more money, broadcasting on Monday Night Football?
Because that's not his
or
passion.
ESPN?
See, Tom Brady's a shy guy. He's never been the limelight kind of guy. He does more radio interviews than he does
Yeah, he
video interviews.
I can see him on the radio before I would see him doing sportscasting on TV. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't think Tom Brady is going to go to LA to be on TV. I don't think he's going to go to any team to be on TV. I think he's about to go to LA because of his roots with the Chargers, growing up as a kid and rooting for that team. And he can bring his family there. His wife can get more work out there easier. Not that she's not getting good work already, don't get me wrong, but she can get more work easier. She can be in that area. They can begin the second part of their life there. That's how I see it. I mean, he's selling property left and right, but the property that he hasn't sold is in California. So that's just why I came to that conclusion. It's a theory. Just, I'm not saying I'm right. Just
It's valid, though. You make up a lot of valid points.
That's it's believable for sure.
Makes sense. Yeah.
so now Mike is our resident podcaster who does NASCAR, and I'll admit I'm not nowhere near to the level of understanding for NASCAR, but I do like cars and I do like racing.
Yep.
So there was some big splash. There was a big splash in NASCAR this past weekend, right, Mike?
Yeah, actually, I saw it the same time Jason saw it.
Yeah, man, we both. Oh God, yeah, good.
He said, "Oh my God!"
Yeah, we were mid conversation at lunch, and Jason was just talking, and at one point I just stopped listening. I just looked up at the TV and I saw the headline: Jimmie Johnson's final Daytona 500.
What?
Yeah.
Jimmie Johnson?
Yeah, dude.
I know that name.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
that name.
I know you know Mr. Seven-time champion,
Mhm.
and a couple of off years. Him and Jad Canals had a falling out. I mean, I don't know. Somebody stole each other's cookies. I don't know what.
Yeah,
the hell
yeah,
it
I
was.
don't know.
They don't get along no more. And all of a sudden, he's gone from the top all the way to the bottom. And I don't know, man. He's just too young. He's too young to be retiring.
What is he, like 31 or
How old is
so?
he?
No, he's in his 40s. I'll find out.
Oh, is he? Is he
Yeah.
up there?
I'm
Okay.
sure he's in his 40s.
But
But he's
still,
definitely
like
50,
people
no?
drive. Yeah, people drive to the
Yeah.
40 or 50
Yeah.
years old.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just pretty funny though, because I was sitting there, talking with Mike about, just BSing like whatever else, like talking to people, and then I was looking one way at one screen, he was looking the other way at another screen. We both looked at each other like, what the hell? Like, wait a minute. Like, we weren't expecting that. Like, we both stopped in our tracks and we just stared at the screen for a minute. And then
And
Bethany's,
as far as you guys know, there's no health issues or anything? Like,
no, nothing I heard of, but I haven't seen anything, but
How old is he?
I'm finding right now. 75.
75.
So 1975. I'm sorry, 1975. No,
Yeah, I was like, what?
45.
It's like 75.
I was like,
No,
man,
no,
that guy's still racing. No wonder he's retiring now.
He don't have no motor skills anymore. He's like,
Does the NASCAR come with a colostomy bag now, or what? Jesus, like,
Amazing what they can build into those cars these days.
yeah.
Exactly.
They say you can only pee in the suit. Not anymore.
right. But dude's a legend, man, and that's a sad day for a lot of fans in the world of NASCAR, man.
Yeah, I don't even watch NASCAR, but I know of him. So
Right. Same.
Yeah, I watched for a few years. I saw
Same,
him.
man.
I know who he is.
Yeah, I mean, he was to put it in perspective for those of you that are for those of our viewers that are non-NASCAR guys. He was as dominant in that sport, and then understand. I know a lot of people don't like these statistics, but NASCAR is the biggest sport in the country next to college football. But it's if you take that and you take that into account of what he did, he's a 7-time champion over the course of. And I want to give you guys right information here, but I want to say he was a 7-time champion over the course of 10 years. That is more dominant.
That's dominance.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's up there with the biggest names of the big, and
Yeah.
Yeah, he's up there. He's not more dominant than Bill Russell, but he's up there.
Yeah.
I'll throw that in there.
Yeah.
No, let me stop joking, man. People think that I hate NASCAR. I like racing as just NASCAR for me. It's a lot going round and round and round and round, and my ADHD is not gonna let me watch that.
Yeah.
I want to see it in person. Like, I really want to go there.
Yeah,
Dude, that's the thing.
Are cool.
And watch one. I think that'd be great live. I just don't want to go watch it.
They actually just built like a small track down by here too, just not long ago, like a small like oval track. But they just built a track. I think it's about an hour or so away from us, further south. It's they got a road course and everything else. It's pretty fun. So if you guys are ever in town, let me know. We'll go out and check it out.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. That sounds great.
if I could make a recommendation, I mean, you're right by Richmond, and that is one of the best venues in the country to watch a race. I mean, if you guys want to go see a race right around my birthday in May, I believe the race down in Richmond is around May 1st. I mean, it's only a 5-hour trip for me. I don't mind taking a ride.
Yeah, it's a 2-hour trip for me, so it ain't bad.
This is what we call community, folks. Meetups. Yeah, man, that's dope. That's dope. And speaking of dominance, man, in the world of basketball, not too long ago, we lost a great one. We lost a legend, man, who a lot of people would say for a long stretch of time, he dominated the league from the shooting guard position. And carried the torch from Jordan to LeBron, and that is the one and only Kobe Bryant. So rest in peace to Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 other people that lost their lives in that
Yeah.
helicopter crash in Calabasas, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sad day, sad day. So his memorial is coming up February 24th, and believe it or not, it's going to be at the Staples Center, man. That's going to be a lot of people to try to fit in them doors, and the streets are going to be lined. So
That's gonna be crowded. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
it is.
That's gonna
man.
be shut down traffic, guaranteed.
Oh yeah, for sure. They're gonna be people all over that area, boy.
Oof.
Everything now.
It's gonna be crazy, but I'm gonna be glued to the TV at work that day. Yeah, man, that dude's influence on the game of basketball, but just not just the game of basketball. For me, I grew up watching him the whole time, right? He was a couple years older than me, so I seen him when he first came into the league. But just seeing how much of a great dad that man was, and all the things that he was into as far as writing kids' books and writing short films and this, that, and the other. The man was talented, and that one hit.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man, it hit me pretty hard, harder than any other celebrity we lost, even harder than Michael Jackson. And I grew up loving Mike from probably the age of 0, right? Just listening to the records in my mom's stomach, man, all the way up to the point to where he passed too, man. But this one was a big one.
Yeah. It definitely hurt a lot, man. I'm not, and I found myself a few times sitting back asking myself, why does this hurt so much? Like it hurt a lot, just hearing the story. Like, I was in the car with my wife, and I'm driving, and she's in the passenger seat, and she's like, oh my God, I think Kobe Bryant just died. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, in the helicopter. I was like, pulling the car over, like, what do you mean? And it hit so crazy, and then the fact when it was confirmed his daughter was there, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, that just. Whew.
And then all those other people, yeah.
And it really hit home, man. And it just hit home a lot, Even when I think about it now and I hear about it on TV it's like
Scary.
Well, also too, like he's right around the same age as some of us are here. I mean, it also puts that in perspective. Also,
Hey, you're telling me.
Yeah, man. Life's short, and I can definitely say that it caused me to look at my relationships a little different, and make amends with some people that I was not necessarily on the best of terms with it, man. And life's just too short to be so angry and to deal with, to allow that type of space to form because you guys got petty differences. It's just way too short, man. And so shout out to his wife, shout out to his kids, shout out to the families who also lost loved ones in that. There's now a kid that's orphaned because his mother, his dad, and his sister was on the flight. That's just a lot.
Jeez.
That's a lot, man. And also shout out to Jason, man. I was dealing with that pretty rough on the Monday after, and he could tell, and he called me, and it allowed me to really get it all out. And it's good to have friends like that in the community. So thank you, bud.
yeah, no problem, dude. That's what we're all here for.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
But on some positivity, not necessarily that. I don't want to say that, but what's really good is that the All-Star game is coming up just this coming weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, and they plan to honor him by changing the format of the way the game is played, which is pretty cool. So there's a lot of fans who like basketball, love the All-Star weekend. This is a huge event. It's going to be taking place in Chicago, All-Star weekend, this coming weekend, rather. And what they're going to do is literally every quarter is going to be its own separate game. So,
Interesting.
Yeah, man. Everybody who's kind of played pickup sports knows about like the pickup game, and you pay to a certain point. Well, it's going to be timed. So the first team that wins, then they win money for their charity. And then it's going to be quarter number 2, same way. They win money for their charity. And then quarter number 3, same thing. But the kicker is at the end of the game, it's going to be untimed, and both teams will play to a final target score, meaning that game will end with a basket made or a free throw. So it's not going to be timed. But the way it works is that the final score is going to be determined by taking the leading team's total cumulative score through 3 quarters. And then to honor Kobe, they're going to add 24 points to that. So example of it, so once the final team sets the score, the teams will play untimed that whole fourth quarter. So this is probably where we're going to see the most subs in and out because it's timed out.
Probably.
So let's say, hypothetically, you got 3 quarters and they scored 145 points. Then that means they now have to play to 145 and add 24 points onto that. So that's going to be crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's going to be nuts.
Go ahead, Mike. What's up?
And no disrespect to anybody, no disrespect to Kobe at all. And this is not meant to be that way, but like you had me there for a second when you said they were changing the format. In my mind, I was like, oh, they're just going to play defense. It's amazing how many different things they need to throw into this game to make it interesting when the short answer is just play defense. And it's going to be a great game.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think that's what you're going to see in the first 3 quarters because let's be honest, these guys are here to have fun. They are not looking to play to 200 points in 1 quarter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they're probably going to play a little more defense in the first 3 just so they can get it down because ain't nobody trying to play to 160, 170.
They've been trying real hard the last couple of years. They've gotten close.
No, but I'm saying like that's on top of the other 3 quarters that they play. Like those guys gonna be dog tired, man. They got a second half of the season to play.
Yeah.
I think last year the over under was 325 and the over came in. So,
Yep, it did. Yep.
I felt like I should have bet $5 on that. I probably would have got.
Probably, man.
Probably. I think most definitely would have.
All right. Well, that's pretty much it on sports news, guys. I think this is probably a good place to wrap. Let's go around the yard here and give a couple shout outs and then we'll go ahead and close this out.
We're not discussing the new stuff that came out, man, real quick.
Oh, that's
Well,
right.
yeah,
That's
we
right.
still
I
got
didn't
that.
do
Yeah.
There's a lot of news, bro.
Yeah, man.
Wrap it up.
Man, how could I forget?
I mean, we're at like an hour 10 anyway, so it's all right. I mean,
Yeah, man.
Yeah, we got
How
some.
did we forget that, man? How did
Come
we
on, man.
forget that? So,
You Transformers out. Come on, bro.
yo, time flies,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Seriously.
Don't shortchange us.
yeah, I know, right? So let's start at the top, man. We got some Transformer news. I think a lot of us here like Transformers.
Yes, sir.
So we got some Transformer news. We got MP50 revealed as Beast Wars Tigertron.
Yep.
MP51.
Right.
Yeah, and you got you got MP51 as RC. Now I have to admit, I'm glad Mike brought that up. I thought that we would get a big splash at number 50. Now,
Yeah.
for us who have been supporting this since its inception, I just knew it was going to be like MP Jazz, like something big that somebody's been waiting on for a long time since the MP line started. Now, granted, Tigertron is a huge character in that fandom. People love that guy.
People love it.
Mhm.
They love that guy. So for the Beast Wars fans, I'm happy for you guys. You guys finally got like a big splash into the Masterpiece game. So kudos to you. Shout out to you. The Tyler G's of the world. And the Daltons of the world.
Brick City.
Dakota and all that. Yep.
I thought that we would get something big, man. I thought we were going to get something really big, but we didn't. So there's always 100, right?
Yep.
I mean, it's big, just not big for us.
Yeah.
Depends on what fandom you support. Yeah.
Yeah, it depends on where you see it at. You know?
So what'd you guys think of that RC?
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. I love the alt mode. I really, really do love the alt mode. I think the chest might be mistransformed, and it sucks that we have to keep saying this
I hope it's mistransformed.
over and over again. Like, this is becoming a record on repeat. So, Takara, get your stuff together, man. If this is mistransformed, come on, dude.
Yeah, she definitely got them grandma titties right now.
Bro, don't get me started on that. When I first saw that picture, Beth and I looked at it. We were like, why does she look like those Madonna titties, like from the 80s, like those cones?
Oh, man.
Yeah,
those support bras, boy, just to bring everything up,
Here you go. We got a picture courtesy Don Chalk's site.
Oh, that's is so bad.
Oh my god.
That can't be right. I can't.
Yeah, it just
Come
can't
on.
I mean, look at that. You can see right here where this is a line right here and here. It looks like it is, but
Yeah,
I feel like it's not lined up.
dude, I don't know.
So I
Like,
think
No, they're not that sloppy. I don't believe it.
I agree, because if you think about it, their goal is to make this as cartoon accurate as possible, right?
Yeah.
their goal is
So
look
you
like.
know she does. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Yeah, so you know there's a line missing in between the gray portion and where her chest starts. So we know that.
right.
But this chest just fell down because it's not even aligned at the back end. If you put it next to her side in that chest, it's got to be mistransformed. But come on,
I see that hinge right by the neckline. That's
Right
got to
here.
fold up.
Yeah, that's got to do something, man. They got to pop in or something.
I mean, either
It's just-
Either way, you got this. Like, I mean, you might as well put tassels on those things and sell it too. Like,
Good night.
Perfect.
But hey,
effect.
Spinner on it. You put a spinner on the tassel, or you put some button in it.
is that one of the accessories that'll come with it?
That's what an add-on, man. It's an add-on kit.
God,
Oh,
I don't know
man.
about tassels.
I mean, besides from that, I think it's a beautiful take, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, man.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
100%, man.
the back-
Who's selling their Rogue right now?
Not me.
not me.
I
Definitely.
mean,
I might sell my second one.
I mean,
Now, but
Yeah, it's
keep in
like a
mind, I collect 2 for each mode. Shout out to Jay
Yeah.
Tron.
Do you?
Mhm.
Yeah, yep,
Me too.
that's my.
What do you do for a living again, bro?
Hey.
I'm just messing with you. I'm partially serious, though. I'm partially serious.
No, that's that. But I'll tell you though, if I didn't do this, it would have been a lot of swapping, and that's too much of a headache. So,
yeah.
and then also, if I didn't do this, then I would have been done collecting almost by now, and I don't want to be done with Transformers until I have 2 of each one. So,
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. I mean, it's great to have 2 that you can display in alt and in bot mode. That's great.
Yeah.
To be able to do that, especially if both versions are great. Which I don't know exactly how many figures can you really name off the top of your head that look great in both alt and both mode and bot mode.
yep,
Yeah.
yep, you're right. You're right.
Great. When you do have one, it's great. I don't blame you for buying 2 if one looks great and alt and bot mode.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So this will be in my alt mode, or it could be in my bot mode, depending on how it looks when I get it in hand, man. Who knows? Who knows? But again, shout out to the guys who got Tigertron, man. I guess I don't want to hark on this too much because I don't want people to think I'm hating on Beast Wars.
Yeah.
That's not the case. Tigertron was my first Transformer I bought with my own money as a kid.
Really? Yeah.
So I loved that figure as a kid. I really did. I enjoyed it. It's sentimental to me. But I just thought that we would get a big splash at that sense. But Beast Wars is making some headway, man. They got a lot of great figures out there.
Well, that's the thing. The car's never really been about the numbering for anything special. I mean, it's just been, you don't know what they're going to do. There's no rhyme or reason. This is a plus. This is got a letter after it. I mean, it's just how they've always been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a repaint of the same figure.
Yeah, it's repaint. Throw a plus or a D in front of it. I don't know, but
yeah. And to me, this Tigertron was a retool. It's not really a brand new figure. It's a retool of Cheetor. They just oversized it. They put a different head on the chest, and
Pretty
now
much.
you got
there's definitely some
Tigertron.
retooling. I'm excited for it.
That's why I was a little surprised. Like I almost would have been happier for the Beast Wars fans, and I can't tell you to be happy or not, but I almost would have been happier if they would have got the Mammoth at 50. You know what I mean? But I know they got to finish the original season first, or at least that's their goal.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot.
What is it? It's not Rodimus. Optimus
Neo,
Convoy?
I think it was
Neo
called.
Convoy? Okay, that's it. But yeah, man. So Transformer news, we got some good stuff, but we also got some more reveals, man. There's Tigertron.
Yep. Sorry, I was trying to find the picture.
All good, man.
I've never been into Beast Wars, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jay.
No, you're good. I mean, it's kind of an interesting color scheme. Like I didn't actually personally get into Beast Wars at all, but like I just started watching the episodes like a couple months ago, So like I never had an attachment to any of the characters. That's why I didn't have any of them. But shout out to Tyler G because he was the one that talked to me about stuff like that, and he told me to
Tyler
check
G.
it out. Yeah, man. So I started
Mr.
checking
Beast
it out.
Wars.
Yep.
You got to give credit where credit's due. I mean, as much as Beast Wars got a bad rap just because we were all used to what we had, and like this is not my G1. Yes, we all say
Right.
that. Mm-hmm. But the bottom line is, look, especially watching it later in life, that's one of the best two transformations.
The story is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's one of the best two written series out there. Prime being the other one, I think, and you can put one or two out, put them based on your sensibilities. But
Absolutely,
I would agree because I think for me and probably a few of us out here is that it was a story you can follow from the beginning to the end. It wasn't just let me throw this episode out here and try to teach some kids a lesson. Let me throw this out here, try to get you to follow. Let me throw this 3-part out here, but then I'm going to give you 7 or 8 that don't have nothing to do with the overall story arc of these characters. So with Prime, you got that. With Beast Wars, you got that. And it kept you engaged. It kept you wanting to know what was going to happen next. And I think that was a hit for a lot of those fans who enjoyed those shows.
Yeah, and I think something that was most misunderstood from Beast Wars was the introduction of the arc and that part of the storyline. People saw I was trying to grab onto, to G1 and trying to bring those fans back into it. I don't necessarily think that was it. I like going through the timeline. I like including that. I like making that, all part of the same universe and encompassing in the same universe. I'm a fan of that stuff. I know some people don't like it, but hey, give me more. I'm fine with it.
It makes the storylines kind of interesting, like continuing all the arcs and everything. So.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yep. Good stuff. So next up, we got Mayfex made a big reveal as well, and I'm going to see if I can share my screen here real quick. Mayfex made a big reveal. They've been on this 90s X-Men figure.
They've been on a big kick lately of a lot of
They
stuff.
already came out with
Mayfex, yeah, man, it's Jesus.
Hang on 1 second here. I'll see if I can get the picture.
I don't think I own one Mayfex figure right now, though, but
I don't know any.
Yeah, I don't either, but
Yo.
I might.
So this one, okay, here we go. Sure. It's not sharing. Application to window. Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Bear with us. We're still, learning, so it's all good.
What does this button do?
Found it. There we go. All right, can you guys?
All right. Yep.
It's probably a black screen right now, and then
there it is.
There you go.
Yeah. Magneto. Magnificent.
Right, cool. So that's the new Magneto coming from Mayfix. That thing looks.
It does.
Sick, dude.
Yeah,
Can you zoom in on that at all? Oh my
God. It looks sick, man, and I'm actually looking forward to that. Yeah, let me see if I can zoom in on it a little bit.
Like the skirt on it.
Of course, he zooms in on the crotch.
Not only
So I mean, looks like it's got a wire cape, which is dope.
Yeah. I mean, they've been doing a lot of cloth goods on some of their stuff they're announcing lately.
And I like that. I definitely like that.
Is there a helmeted head? No homo, or however you say that. Sorry, is that bad? Am I allowed to say that? Sorry.
Well, edit that out.
It'll be a
It's not part out, Jay. I'm new.
That's why we put the disclaimer in the front for anything we're saying.
We're good. We're all right.
New York Mike's reviews do not necessarily represent this show.
Yeah, but he looks good though, man. That might be my first Mayfex.
Yeah, I'm in.
It looks pretty good.
Man, dude, I got the Wolverine here, and I got the Cyclops coming, and it's gonna be sick, man.
So that's the Wolverine with the long claws, right?
Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah, but if you looked at that picture, I'm sorry, let me bring it back up real quick. If you look at that picture off to the side, it looked like they may have shaved that one down.
The claws? Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, dude, I'm gonna have to show you what I mean here. It looks like they may have shaved it. Here we go. And coming our way.
That was my main gripe with that toy was the claws, man. I'm like, those claws are way too long.
Mm-hmm. Look at those.
The claws are like mini katanas, dude.
There we go.
Imagine saying that to Wolverine. What are those?
Oh, there we go. Why does Spider-Man in the front look disappointed or
They
something?
are the same size. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
right.
are the same size.
Spider-Man up front is like, hey.
And that might be the Homecoming Spider-Man.
They got Miles Morales in it. That's good too.
Yeah. I tell you what.
Yeah, that's the one from the Enter the Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that's good.
You can see the claw there. So the claws are longer. They are. I guess it was just an angle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those aren't bad.
Yeah,
Doesn't that kind of remind you of the '90s intro cartoon, like at the beginning where where they're going through the song and you see his claws come out, like, and they come out. Kind of
No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
So this is actually the comic version, and Jim Lee did have those
Mhm.
claws super
Yep.
long in that joint.
Yeah, he did.
You're right. I didn't think about that. You're right. You did.
They can pick somebody else with 3 noses down.
I get it.
No doubt. All right, so I'm gonna stop sharing here. And so Mayfex came up with that, and I'm excited. So let's take a quick vote. Who's all in on that Mayfex?
I am.
Magneto.
Hand up.
I'm definitely in.
I'm not sure. I got the Mezco version, so it's like,
Yeah, you don't
Did
really
you get the, did you
Yeah.
get the Mezco version? Because I didn't buy that because I wasn't sure about it. I didn't feel confident on that buy.
I mean, I ended up. I picked it. I wanted to pick it up, so I was like, all right, I'll just go ahead and do it, bite the bullet. And so,
And that one has like a wider cape too, right?
yeah, it should be. Yeah. So, I mean, it's. Yeah, I got pictures of it somewhere. But yeah, so like it's an interesting looking figure. It definitely is. Like the cloth cape and like the outfit. Like, obviously, Mezco's been kind of hit or miss on their outfits. They just dropped that big old Thanos, with the baggy pants and everything.
Baggy
So
pants.
Saw that.
Amazon.
I mean,
Baggy pants at first, but I saw it later. I was like, oh wow, yeah, those pants is really baggy.
and it was funny this weekend when we were talking about it when they announced it. We were sitting next to Chuck, and he's like, shout out to Chuck. Like, he's like, that outfit's black. I'm like, nah, dude, it's dark blue. He's like, no, it's black.
That's what we were talking about at the table.
Yeah, we got Chuck.
Dude, it did look
black, man. It definitely is black to me, but it could be a dark navy blue. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll share the picture of it. Like, to me, it looked like it was. It's a good looking figure, though.
It is. As soon as I went up for pre-order, I was like, yes, please.
Let me get the image up. Hang on one second here.
Shout out to the fact checker, by the way. It was nice
Yeah.
seeing him the other. It was really nice.
Yeah, it was
seeing
good seeing him, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Shout out to Chuck, man.
Good man. Good man.
Yeah.
He's always good to talk to you. All right, here we go. I shut it up on the screen. So, like, Chuck was like, saying, like, no, it's black, it's black. I'm like, no, look behind it, that's black. Like, I was like, see the back behind it. I said, that's black, dude. That's like dark blue. Like,
I
but
think it's one of the things that we're not going to know until we have it in hand.
it's going to be
I'm
like,
gonna be honest. That looks black to me.
yeah.
It does. Thanks. It looks black to me too.
Mhm. And well, if you look down here, this is all blue down here too. So, but
Right.
it's kind of interesting. You have to download the image to look at it. But in different light, it definitely looks different. But it was kind of funny, just the conversation, like looking at it. And I'm not gonna lie, I pre-ordered that thing quick. I was like, even if I don't get it, I know I can sell it. So it's like,
Exactly.
That's
Right.
a nice looking evil grin there. I like that.
Yeah, the face scope on this thing is
let's see if I can
That's
zoom
what
in.
made me buy it. I was like, yep, that's what made me pre-order. I was like, yeah, I'm definitely getting this. The face scope is just.
Look at that.
I want to slap the person who made this.
Yeah.
See, that's evil. That's straight
You know,
evil.
I want to slap your mom. I was like, I want to slap who made this. It's great. Look at the teeth on that thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. Look at the sculpt on that. I mean, that's crazy.
That's tremendous work. That really is good.
To me, it's kind of funny. So, like, I love the look of the faces.
So wait, that's the
Go ahead. What'd you say?
That is crazy. So that is, you guys are saying that that's dark blue? That's like navy blue on him?
Yeah.
No, I think it's black. I think it's black.
On the outfit?
They think it's black.
Black to me, dude.
Look at that right there. That's black, yo. That's black.
See this right here?
I mean, I know that's black and black.
Yeah.
I see it, but that looks black to me.
See,
I'm with the rest.
if you,
Yeah, that's it. You can't compare the background to that.
I had to take my glasses off.
but no, it's
You know, there's that white and blue dress all over again.
Black.
yeah.
I certainly see the Navy, but I also
See, you got this face here. He just looks like he wants to dominate people. Then you got this face here. It looks like he's like, all right, I'm gonna wreck some shit. And then this one here, it looks like he just farted in his suit and then it just blew it up all over the place. Like,
He just wait for somebody to
nah, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna get it. I mean, it looks pretty cool. I mean, all in all. So
It does. I think I'm fine with this, yeah.
I mean, dude, look at that gauntlet. That thing looks massive. I mean,
It does.
Huge.
That's pussy said.
Yeah, and it has light ups, right? So the gauntlet. Like,
I'm not sure. I mean, to me, it doesn't. I mean, I'm looking on the picture. Like we were talking about this weekend. Like this doesn't look like
straight
it.
paint to me.
Well, if you look here, you can kind of see through it a little. You
Yeah,
see,
you
you can kind of see
that
that.
I saw.
You sure it's not the
actually
light
had
though?
Lit up.
I think it's
No,
a light.
they light up.
That looks like an LED on the inside of
Oh,
these.
yeah.
It was a light up one.
All right. Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, if you go down a little bit, Lowry, it says it right here.
Yeah,
Yep,
it does.
yeah, right there. Yep.
Interchangeable hands and light up feature.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't help the food red, huh?
Yeah. Right. Reading is fundamental, right?
Hey, half of us don't even read the instructions when transforming Transformers, so it's like,
Have you tried to read those things? Oh my!
Yeah.
Those instructions are
Yo.
ridiculous. Per
You
turn,
better get Google.
370
Translate.
degrees to the right, and then
Mhm.
upside down.
yep.
Easy.
You ain't lying. You not lying at all.
But also we got people like Bobby Skullface and people that do these videos that make the transformations a little
Mhm.
better. Because those instructions are crazy.
Yeah,
Shout
man.
out to Latofa. I watch him.
Yeah, him and what's that? Pake for Life. He does
Yeah,
it.
actually, Paik actually lives down here.
Yeah.
He lives down by us. He's not too far. He's a pretty good dude.
Yeah, man.
Mhm.
You know, he's actually really good with transformations. He doesn't do too many Transformers, and he's funny as fuck. But he's a little sick in the head. Jobby the Hong. Jobby the Hong is. Have you ever checked him out? Man, he's a trip.
I don't know
He's
him.
a trip.
I'll have to check it out.
Check out his MT44 video. You'll piss your pants.
Shout out to Finger Banging too, man. My man Ace, he
Yeah, man.
good stuff too. So
He just gotta stop hating on fans' toys every second he gets.
Good
Jesus
luck with that.
Christ, man.
Well,
Relax a
he's
little
by
bit.
Zeta to say all that stuff.
Oh my God.
I love you.
That's my guy.
Love you, Ace.
Man. Mad
Mhm.
respect. Shout out to Ace.
Mhm.
So, in other toy reveal news, we also have the amazing Yamaguchi cable, man, and this thing looks sick. Now I know that line has had its ups and downs.
Oh,
A lot of people have had QC issues with
yes,
a
sir.
lot of their
And
stuff.
that.
But this darn thing right here, man, looks so good. Let me see if I can pull it real quick. Yeah,
I
got
can't do Yamaguchi
it.
anymore.
So this thing is thick.
What problems have you had, E-Wells?
A lot of problems with the joints, man. Like stuff just staying. So I think that was gonna be my last figure. I don't know, man.
That's one of the problems when you have a figure that's very ball joint heavy.
Yeah.
Lies on ball joint, and the friction can sometimes be off with that.
Yeah.
I started thinking that I had maybe like a poser figure or something like that. It was like a fake one, you know what I mean? Because we got those fake ones going around.
Mm-hmm.
When I bought them right off the site, so I'm like, this can't be fake.
Dude, this thing looks sick though.
That doesn't look fake.
It does look pretty good.
Man, I wanna see that.
I never got in on that line at all. I didn't pick up any of this. I don't know why, but I just
Me
never
either.
got.
And I had to pre-order, but I canceled the pre-orders when people were saying that things were falling apart. Like
Yeah.
you Wells is saying, man.
They're definitely stylized. I mean, they're definitely cool looking.
We'll say.
They stand good once you can get everything in one position and just keep it there, locked in. And
Yeah.
all right. But if you're playing with it, forget it. Everything's falling all over the
Mhm.
place.
So what you're saying is I need to wait till this is $50 and then buy it.
Pretty much.
I'll give it say 40. If you're 5 or 40, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
this looks amazing though. Wow, that's cool.
It does look sick, man.
Mhm.
I mean, this thing looks sick. It's got an ab crunch. It has the pictorial movement. It has a toe tilt. I mean, look at those guns, dude.
Yeah,
Those things
guns
are
alone.
huge.
I think I would pose it just like that and leave it.
Yeah.
Until the joint gives out and you're screwed.
Right. Now you find going to
Those
join.
on the side, man. Those on the side look like they even come out, man. I don't know, man. If I can see a review of it before it comes out, I might be in. I might be in, man.
I want to see how they do the colors on this, though.
Yeah, I want to see it painted. I want to see it painted for
Definitely want
sure.
to see it painted, yeah. I want to know what colors they're gonna go with on this.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick. I'm hoping that it's something like right out of either one of the comics or Marvel vs. Capcom type look.
Oh, that'd be cool.
You know? Yeah, I wouldn't mind adding one. As long as it's the same size as what Apex is doing, I'll get it. I'll add it. And it looks good. I mean, it actually works good. I'm not buying something just to throw in the trash. I don't do that. I'm throwing money away.
When you're a collector, you don't have money to waste, man.
No, sir. No, sir. That you start to think, you like, man, that was 2 Transformers. Like,
Yo.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Right.
Look, I'm gonna have to rethink that.
yeah, man.
That's how we think, man.
Heck yeah.
That's why we got NJCC. It's like a giant returns department. You bring everything you don't want.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
So I'm gonna ship it to Mike. Ship it to emails. Like, hey, here y'all go. Go ahead and rock swap this boy real quick.
Or you could pull like what I did the one year. I turned around and went and sold something and didn't realize I bought the same thing from somebody else a couple years later because I missed it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's so true.
You gotta love those. You gotta love those rock swaps.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So there was some other news. Uh-oh.
It's leftovers from Zolocon. Did you guys see the stuff about the Sam Raimi maybe directing Doctor Strange 2? Did you see that?
Yeah.
I heard, and I am not a fan. Nope.
Huh.
I'm out.
I didn't get to read the whole article, but I did read something about that, yeah.
So I like Sam Raimi. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great director in his own right in certain things. But didn't he direct Spider-Man 3?
He directed the first. He directed the first set of movies with Tobey Maguire.
So he did the first 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so if he did the first 2, then I'm fine with it. But if he did 3, I'm out. I'm gonna need to see something before you go and mess up my Marvel movies, man.
Yeah.
I need to see something first.
Yeah, Wolfenstein had to back out real quick. For some reason, his audio was going nuts again.
Yeah, no worries.
Mm.
So I don't think that's it. I think I'm forgetting something toy news wise. There was the Cable. There was
Mm-hmm.
The Devastator, too, was a Transformer.
Yeah.
wait, somebody
Oh,
revealed a Devastator?
Hand toys?
No, wasn't that a new Devastator was revealed, too?
Flames Toys. That's right. Flames Toys is coming out with that Arkham Knight.
Oh, that's it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wait, what Devastator are you talking about? I didn't see anything about a
I thought
Devastator.
there was. Oh man, I could be bugging, man. I thought I saw something on in the Devastator, but maybe I'm bugging.
There was something that dropped. There was a model kit the Flames Toys had that dropped like a week or 2 ago, I think.
Yeah, they just dropped the Devastator of that not long ago. Images of it.
About.
Mhm.
I thought I saw something new on it. I thought that was that, but maybe I'm bugging.
Be careful, Devastator's my dude. You start talking Devastator, I mean, that's my ears start right up.
It's the first time I heard Mike being excited around dudes.
Nice.
Hey, we told people we're going to give them something interesting, so we'll give them something interesting.
Oh, we're interested.
Yeah, man.
That's a word.
So,
Very.
I'm gonna pull this up and show you guys this. This is pretty dope. Flames Toys is a really good company. They've done a lot of model kits, but they've also done a lot of non-transforming Transformer figures as well that a lot of people love because they're great action figures. You get a lot of great action poses out of them. But this is sick. What they're doing with this Arkham Knight, I gotta give them credit for that. They also had like
All right, hang on, I got you.
an
There
Iron
you
Man
go.
and a War Machine back in the day too. This is sick.
Is this the Batman
you
that
guys can
laughs?
see this shit.
Oh.
Dude, that thing's
Yeah.
wicked looking.
Game,
Yeah, that thing looks sick.
It's a model kit, right?
Wait, is this a model kit? This is not a model kit. This can't be.
Oh, an action figure.
Oh, it's a figure. Oh, okay.
I'm like, that can't be a kit. You know, there's too much detail on this thing.
Did they say what scale that is?
Yeah. You know what? I did not see that.
Huh.
I did not read that either in their review.
What's the price on
But
this?
it's sick. Wait.
Oh man, look at that thing.
Ooh,
It's
detail.
over
Something, isn't it?
$100.
It's easily 3 something.
Mhm. Well, it depends.
You know,
It
I
depends.
don't know if it's going to be 3 sizes. It's probably going to be the same size as Drift, right? Because it's almost the same size it looks in this picture. How much was Drift?
Drift was 3 and change.
Yeah, it's 3 and change. That's why I thought it'd be like 3 something.
Well, easily then.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
My bad. That is.
Well, who knows? I mean, Drift is also the cheapest figure they've ever done. I mean, Tarn went up to 400, then
Yes.
Star
Wait, I
Saber.
thought he started at 400, no?
Yeah.
What's that?
I thought he was 400 at the beginning, no?
Oh yeah, it started at 400. I mean, I'm sorry. What I mean went up to their next release went up $100.
All right.
Their Star Saber, I believe, is
Star Saber.
400, and I think that their Prime is 440 or 450.
Yeah, Prime
That sounds right. That sounds right.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
So we can probably expect anywhere between 350 to maybe 450 on something like this, depending on scale. And
Yeah,
what
yeah,
they're
yeah.
putting in.
But this thing
I'll
looks
tell you though,
dope too.
yeah, it is dope,
Mhm.
but I'd be out. I'm out. I wouldn't buy it for that.
You want to know why I wouldn't buy this too? Another reason too I wouldn't buy this is those guns on the side. It's got guns on the side too.
Yeah, it looks like he does. Yeah.
I'm not a fan with Batman with guns, man.
Yeah.
I'm just not.
But it's not Batman. Remember, it's the Arkham Knight.
Yeah, I know. Arkham Knight. You're right. You're right. You're right.
I'm sorry. I apologize for my ignorance. What's the difference between the Arkham Knight and Batman? Is that like a Sentinel for Arkham or something that I don't know about? Or?
So if you've played, well, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox got a game called the Arkham Knight. It was
Yeah.
like the
Oh, okay.
fourth installment in the series. And spoiler alert, but if you ain't played it by now, then you're never gonna play it. So it's basically Jason Todd coming back to antagonize Batman, and in the video game, I guess, universe, he becomes the Red Hood from that.
Yep.
But he starts off as the Arkham Knight. He tells the story about how Joker beat his tail. All that stuff is still the same, but the Arkham Knight aspect of it, he's basically running with Scarecrow to try to take over Gotham, and it's pretty sick. The story is dope.
Nice, can't wait.
It is a dope story. Yeah.
Sorry if I ruined your 1999 game buy, but they should have made it by now.
That'd be awesome, but I highly don't see anybody doing that for $20.
Thanks.
Yeah, man. So that was all I knew about as far as toy reveals over the weekend. Anybody else hearing anything else?
Nah.
Nah, man. I mean, it was just
No, that's
basically.
all I got.
I basically had a good time this weekend. Honestly, I barely even looked at my phone.
Same.
I mean, I snapped some pictures, but that's pretty much about it. So
Yeah, pretty much. That's the only reason. And, I had to check in with the wife, make sure everything was good.
Happy wife, happy.
You gotta do that check-in real quick.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Yeah, man. Mike, you were going to say something? You had an idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't really have anything, new reveal wise, but I will say this: I was pretty skeptical. I mean, about this whole thing, but this podcasting shit's kind of cool. I'm having a good time. So
Yeah, man.
Guys hanging out, man.
Just glad you figured it out.
Yeah, no doubt.
We're gonna do a whole episode on just you, bro.
But we'll let him control the background stuff, and we'll definitely change the episode name.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So I think that about does it. Anybody got anything else before we get ready to close out?
Nah, man, I think that's pretty much about it, from my end on stuff. What about you guys? Anybody else?
No, I think we're well covered.
Yeah, buddy. First episode.
Yeah. First one done. Now we can have everybody make fun of us at the same time.
Yeah.
We made it. POP, hold it down, baby.
Hey, you know what? We don't care if they hate it because we're still gonna do it.
Y'all stuck with us. Y'all stuck with us.
Exactly.
Thank you very much, guys. Jason, do me a favor and throw out the email, man, so people will know how they can contact us, shoot out any questions.
Yeah.
And then
man.
follow up by emails with the social media stuff.
Yeah, you can actually find email. Our email address is info@thenerdshhavespoken.com.
Yeah, man. Simple, straight to the point.
Yep. Yes, sir.
You can also find us on Instagram at The Nerds Have Spoken. That's D. Period. Wait, I'm sorry. Nerds. I'm sorry. Wait. You know what? Let's start over again.
Rewind it. We'll cut it out.
That is our Instagram name is the_nerds_have_spoken_podcast. On Instagram, you can also find us on Twitter as well as TNHS Podcasts. You can find us on Twitter as well. So hit us up with your questions.
Give us a follow.
You know, give us a follow and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, please.
We will also be up on Podbean. We will also be up on pretty soon iTunes, Spotify, and everywhere else you'll find some of the podcasts. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
For those who are ancient like us old men here, you can find us on Facebook. Right?
Yep, you can do that too. Yep.
Catch us on Facebook, man. The Nerds Have Spoken. Give us a like, share, and subscribe.
Speak for yourself. I'm not old. This is an invisible wig I'm wearing here.
Yeah. I was gonna say that it's kind of like that He-Man Karen wig we saw this weekend.
Yeah, right. I wish someone put a photo of that, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
So, Ian, where can they actually find you at?
You can find me at the_Riddler_circle on Instagram. Also just Ian Wellington. You can find me on Facebook. And that's pretty much where I'm at. Those two.
All right, what about you, Eric B?
Yo, you can find me as Eric and Siobhan in the Facebook groups. You can also find me on Instagram as Mr_EDub82, where I do my toy photography. You can also find us, me and my wife, as Kennedy's Village on all your social media platforms. At Kennedy's Village on Twitter, Instagram, and also via Facebook, where we're doing our best to change and reshape the world of sickle cell disease, one person at a time.
Yes, sir.
Shout out to those guys, for real. How about you, New York Mike? Where can they find you?
You can find me in New York randomly at times. You can find me possibly at the Tom Rivers Toy Show on March 15th. I might be going down there because it's close to me.
Nice.
You can find me on the Nerds Have Spoken podcast.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Wolfenstein, where can they find you?
You can find me at Eric Von Wolfenstein on your Facebook groups. Wrong tit. Also on your Facey Spaces and your Instagram, same name. You can find me here every Thursday hanging out with you guys. That's it.
Yes, sir.
All right, and then you guys can find me in the Facebook groups as Jason Lowry. Also, same thing, Instagram. I'm simple. I make it simple. And with you fellas, recording, uploading on Thursdays.
Yes, sir. Every Thursday, new upload.
Yeah, man.
So big
If
shout
anybody
out.
wants to complain about me, send it straight to Jason. All right.
Yes, we do take hate mail. I might not read it, but
Right. Billy.
Yeah, man.
I sent a couple hate mails on you, Mike, already, so. Just play it, bro.
Hey, man. And again, man, we thank everybody for joining us this week.
Yep.
Thank you for joining us on our first episode. Thank you for subscribing and sharing as well. Just make sure you come back, man. We got some things in store for you guys and future shows. We got a couple of community spotlights that we're going to be doing. We got a couple of toy shows coming up that everyone's going to be at. We got some traveling things, and there's a lot of sporting events happening. So check back with us. be sure to make sure again you subscribe, hit that that like button, and also the subscribe, so that way you can be notified every time a new show is upload. And we do plan on, again, as like Jason said, being on all your social media platforms as we are already, but also all your podcasting platforms. So Podbean, Spotify, iTunes, you can find us there. We got something for everybody, so we're here. And we're here
man.
We'll be all over the place. Can't get rid of us.
Yeah, man.
It's just the start.
That's it. So with that, let's do a couple shout outs to those who have supported us, and we're going to wrap this thing up. And I'll start it off, man. I want to thank my lovely wife for allowing me to have this space and this time. She's taking care of the kids, to be able to hang out with my bros, with my fellas here, to also bring and hang out with the audience, man, so we can bring you guys some new exciting content, something different in the podcasting world of collecting podcasts, man. So thank you to my wife, thank you to Jason and the co-host here, E. Wells, New York Mike, Wolfenstein, also Darius, for allowing us to come together, man, and make this thing and the start of something special. So thank you guys.
Yeah, man.
Good show.
All right. Anybody else?
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to all you guys for having me on this thing. Just
Yeah, man.
the invite, the opportunity to hang out, and hopefully have a little bit of fun. So thank you, appreciate it very much.
Absolutely.
How about you, New York Mike?
Shout out to the whole. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Go ahead. Keep going, dude. Roll with it.
Roll, just go.
I mean, I thought we were just going.
Hey.
Nah, I mean, definitely special shout out to the entire The Nerds Have Spoken cast. Thank you for bringing me on, asking me to be a part of this. Definitely excited, and I look forward to continued success between all of us. And definitely a quick shout out to my wife for allowing me to have this free time to sit here and hang out with you guys and just talk shop and toys and everything in sports. And that's definitely a beautiful thing. And shout out to Dust Mics, for making me feel good and welcome into this toy community. Also, a special shout out to Energon Addict, because that's my boy. He also helped me kind of get back into this as well. So, special shout out to the toy community in itself, because without that toy community, we wouldn't be here at all.
Yeah, man. That's
Truth.
A good point. Mike, what you got, buddy?
You guys covered it pretty good, man. I mean, definitely shout out to the community. That's pretty much why we're all here. And I gotta say, like, I've met people and I've made friends over the last 2 years that I never thought I would have in life. Like I was at a friend's house that I met, a couple of years ago for Thanksgiving, and that was always like a huge family thing. Like no one ever thought of going out there, and I went out to see friends for Thanksgiving for the first time in my life, because they're just all really good people, man. Everyone in this community has been great to me. I can't complain about anybody.
That's amazing.
Yeah, great story, great stuff.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. I'd like to give a shout out to you guys for for all of us going on this journey of this podcast, because it's been a long time coming with all of us. I mean, we're all kind of like the little bit of misfits, I guess you would say, of all of our friends doing podcasts, and it's definitely been interesting, the whole process. Really enjoyed it. Can't wait for more. Thank you to all of our wives. My wife Bethany. She's been amazing through all this. And all of our friends that helped push us along and helped us, Masterpiece Ship Piece Crew, Dust, Pinkerton, Bobby, Bobby Skullface. He's been pushing me years to be on the podcast, and due to work responsibilities and stuff, I couldn't do it, but finally this is the year, and I'm glad to be on this with you guys.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
And with that, folks, we are out.
The bitter do.
You guys have a good night.
Good night,
Good
everybody.
night, boys.
Later.
Bye, fellas.